Hi friends! So today we are on chapters 19 and 20 of Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. Min Lee is staying with the Buffalo Boy, and let's see what happens next. Min Lee started awake as she heard the scraping of the door against the dirt. The moonlight streamed in from the window, lighting the bare hut. The boy had given her his pile of grass to sleep on and joined the buffalo using some of its grass as a pillow. But as the buffalo snored loudly, Min Lee could see the bowl-shaped hollow in the hay was empty. "I wonder where he went," Min Lee said, and she found herself thinking of Ma and Ba and Dragon all waiting for her. Suddenly, the room seemed to ache with loneliness. The boy must be meeting his friend, Min Lee realized, and unable to control her curiosity, she crept to the window to peek. Yes, the friend was there. Min Lee was startled when she saw her. Even with the buffalo boy blocking most of her view, Min Lee could see his friend was beautiful, even more beautiful than he had described her. She seemed to glow like a pearl in the moonlight, and her deep blue silk dress seemed to be the same color as the sky. The bag she held in her graceful hand seemed to be made out of the same silk, but the silver thread embroidered on it made it look as if it were made from a piece of the star-scattered sky. Everything about her seemed finer and more delicate than the average person. There was definitely something unusual about the buffalo boy's friend. Min Lee watched her laugh and then listened intently as the buffalo boy spoke. He gestured to the house, and Min Lee ducked just out of sight as the friend glanced toward her. "He must be asking her about how I can see the king," Min Lee thought. As soon as she dared, Min Lee peeked again out the window. The buffalo boy's friend had her eyes closed toward the sky, as if listening to the wind. Then she looked at the buffalo boy and spoke. He nodded, and the girl smiled at what Min Lee imagined was the buffalo boy's enthusiastic thanks. Min Lee sat down on the wooden stool. "She knows a lot of things," the buffalo boy had said about his friend. After seeing her, Min Lee was ready to believe it. "But who is she?" Min Lee asked aloud. And just then the buffalo boy came back inside. "Oh, you're awake," he said when he saw Min Lee. As much as he tried, he couldn't hide the leftover smiles and laughter from his visit. His eyes sparkled as he sprawled himself out on the bed of grass. "I talked to my friend. She said that the king might be at the market of green abundance tomorrow morning, but you are going to have to find him yourself." "Really?" Min Lee said. "How does she know?" The boy shrugged. "You didn't ask?" Min Lee asked. "Don't you think it's mysterious that you only see her once in a while? And you never visit her, she only visits you? And that she knows things like where the king might be tomorrow? Who is she really?" "She's my friend," the boy said simply. "That's who she is, and that's enough for me." As Min Lee looked at the buffalo boy aglow with happiness against his poor surroundings, she saw it was enough for him, more than enough, as the smile that kept curling up on his face told her. Min Lee's questions fell from her as she realized there was nothing else to say. All right, that is the end of chapter 19. I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to give you guys your assignment before I read chapter 20. So this buffalo boy has this mysterious friend. Min Lee thinks that she must be somebody important if she's able to know all this stuff about the king. I want you to write. Who do you think she is? How does she know this stuff about the king? That's your assignment. What is your prediction? Who do you think the buffalo boy's friend really is? All right, I'm going to move on to chapter 20, and we are catching up with where Ma and Ba are. Ma and Ba walked quietly through the forest. Their steps made a rhythm to the music of forest noises. Ba's arms ached from carrying the goldfish bowl, but he said nothing. "I can carry the goldfish if you are tired," Ma said. Ba opened his mouth to protest when he heard, Let her, old man. It's her way of saying she's not angry anymore." Ba closed his mouth and looked at the fishbowl and then at Ma. She stood waiting, clearly ignorant of the fish's words. He handed the bowl to Ma. "If it gets heavy, I can take it back," he said. "We can take turns," Ma said, nodding. She was carrying the fishbowl when the night fell and they came back home to the village. The neighbors saw their return and all crowded around as if they were selling good luck. "Did you find Min Lee?" they asked. "Where is she? Where did you get the goldfish?" Both Ma and Ba shook their heads over and over again. "No," they said, "we didn't find her. We don't know where she is. The goldfish is from the goldfish peddler. We followed his footprints thinking they were Min Lee's. And we decided," Ba finally said, "to come back and wait. After she finds Never-Ending Mountain, Min Lee will come home." "Wait for her?" one of the neighbors said. "How can you let your daughter search for Never-Ending Mountain? You are just as lost as her." "We tried to find her, but we do not know where to look, so we will wait," Ba said, and then glanced at Ma, who, though her lips tightened at the neighbor's words, did not disagree. "We trust Min Lee. She will come home." And then Ma and Ba went into their house, leaving the sea of shaking heads behind them. Ma placed the goldfish bowl on the table and quietly began making dinner. A soft breeze seemed to blow in the moonlight, spilling it through the open window and lighting the bowl like a lantern. Ba looked at Ma cautiously. Her face looked weary, but the gentle wind that rippled the bowl's water seemed to smooth the creases of her face. And when the cloud-white rice was finished, Ma took her chopsticks and fed the fish from her bowl. All right, that is the end of chapters 19 and 20. Remember, I want you to write what you think, who you think the Buffalo Boy's friend is. All right, so come back and we're going to keep reading our book.